disappearance of ethnic languages. Nowadays, in most countries, ethnic groups are discriminated, and young people aren't learning the ethnic languages anymore. Some of the ethnic languages don't exist already, and some of them only have one speaker. With time, most of them can disappear, and not only do ethnic languages disappear, but languages with few speakers can also begin to disappear, ending the linguistic diversity of the world, since we could all end up speaking the same language. It relates indirectly to biotechnology because the main goal of biotechnology is to look up for solutions for human beings. This will make a solution for a cultural challenge of globalization. Some of the ethnic languages that have already disappeared are Celtiberian, Etruscan, Hittite, Hun, Akkadian, Mozarabic, Tocharian, Guanche, Aramaic, Coptic, Polabo, Cornish, Dalmatian, Puelche, Bore, Katawiksi, Mapidian, Silkian, Western Abenaki, Tagish. We will never hear them again. This could happen to any other language. In Mexico, there are only 6,600,095 people 5 years of age or older who speak an indigenous language, of which 50.9% are women and 49.1% men. This figure represents only 5% of the total population of Mexico, a minority. In comparison with the world, only 3% of the world's population speaks 90% of the nearly 6,700 languages in the world, a minority in the world but a large part of our diversity. According to the ONU, ethnic languages are an accumulation of knowledge, history, and tradition that define the identity of people who speak them. Sadly, the featured reasons they are in danger are racism and marginalization of their speakers. Social problems have caused a lot of harm in the world over the years. Ethnic languages are important because they represent system of thought and ways of looking and interacting in the world. Ethnic languages are part of culture of the places. They have to leave traces, and it is part of the races and ethnicity of a place. However, due to its constant eradication, there are people who are excluded, their traditional laws as well as their religious beliefs, since language is an essential part of human being communication. In addition, since many social injustices are committed against marginalized groups, breaking language barriers will help us avoid cultural appropriation, and improve cultural coexistence in the world. In decision making, marginalized people could be heard, and power dynamics will change. People could know more about the religion of ethnic groups and could get a feeling of identity, a sense of place, or found another belief system. People from ethnic groups could learn more about gender and participate in dominant and resistant powers, because more people could speak their ethnic language and they could exchange more conversations in both language, the official language of the countries, and ethnic languages. Moreover, will be more cultural hybridization. However, there will be more inclusive of every aspect of their cultures. The solution proposed is an educational plan where children and teenagers in all countries must learn two ethnic languages, one of their native country and the other of a foreign country. Moreover, an investigation must be carried out to see what ethnic languages were originated in which country and declare them as official ethnic languages of the country. Finally, a professional career could be created in order to make new jobs and find people interested in learning, teaching, and maintaining in existence the ethnic languages. The way to implement them is starting with the investigation and looking forward a way to convince countries to make the ethnic languages official. Create a course plan for the career similar to the language degree but specialized in ethnic languages. Finally, making school boards implement in their educational plan ethnic languages and train teachers. The desirable outcomes are the increase of people speaking ethnic languages, people interested in preserving them, worldwide recognition, and preservation of the ethnic languages. The state stakeholders involved are the schools, universities, government, community, director, and sponsors. Most of the interested parties benefit from the school and universities will have a great academic offer. As for the community, more jobs will be open for people with knowledge of ethnic languages, and there will be even more inclusive of ethnic communities throughout the world. The world government and managers will have a cultural expansion. However, the sponsor will have a negative effect because money will be invested to make this solution possible, and no remuneration will be obtained. Each of the stakeholders is related to human beings. We all come together through culture. Language is our form of communication. Just as we live in a world where power is corrupted daily and there is no social justice, this solution takes us one step closer to inclusion. Basically, the cultural elements are the daily struggle of our human beings. We eradicate of all culture and we are losing languages. The stakeholders will make a fight for preserving all the cultural elements along the world. To make it possible, economic, human, and knowledge resources will be needed. We will need human resources to look up for teachers and volunteers, people who know the different ethnic languages, people to carry out research activities, legalization to make ethnic languages official, get schools to accept teaching languages, and universities the new career. We will need economic resources to do paperwork for legalizing the official country's ethnic languages, publicize the solution, and get even more volunteers. And finally, knowledge resources are needed because people who know all the story of ethnic languages are needed in order to share it, as well as the grammar and vocabulary of it, as well as being willing to share it. To any problem, you must adapt to the society in which you live. In a society, culture is important. It helps us to exist and understand each other. The solution proposed above was based on culture, tolerance, and the desire of people to share a part of their culture. Basically, without culture, we will all be the same. We will have no sense of identity or a sense where we feel identified with other people just because their traditions, language, not because they are friends or family. Just as we live in a globalized world, the mixture of culture is inevitable, but not only some aspect of culture shall be shared, but all of them in order to preserve culture, because all having the same culture in the whole world could be boring. It's like all people being the same. So, cultural aspect, it's one of the most important issues in the planification of this proposal. It's to keep up diversity, cultural aspects, and don't stop until all cultural aspects are respected and are shared along the world. As a professional, my role in a culturally globalized world is to keep up an open mind, no matter where I travel or where I am. I must learn about the culture as well as respect ideas different from mine. Like, I can share my culture all over the world. Furthermore, I will be able to work in my field with many people from many countries. I would not have problem and with cultural expressions or medicines, and my role is to be able to maintain a healthy coexistence where we all know each other and can respect our different cultural characteristics, no matter where we come from or what we take up as a cultural sense of identity.